The Radio Wammo Breakfast.
Well, 22 years into his career with Shihad, John Toogood has put out a bit of a side project. It is called The Adults.
That's right.
And John Toogood joins me in the Kiwi studio now. G'day there, John.
Hey, Wammo. How
And
you going?
we're just saying off air, doesn't know what time of the day it is because he's been all over the show. Cairns yesterday and then London just before that.
Yeah.
Is it all an aid of promotion for the album? Is
Actually, London was playing with Shihad and In Excess at Clapham Common.
Crikey.
Which was actually really, really good.
Yeah.
And then I actually did go and see, have meetings about the adults. And then I flew back to Melbourne, then flew to Cairns, and then played with Shihad at a hippie festival in the middle of nowhere, and it was really good.
Oh, a hippie festival.
Yeah.
Well, up in sort of what, Queensland?
It was far north Queensland, in a place called Mount Garnett. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're really not actually taking a break at all from the Shihad at the moment. You're juggle both at the same time.
Yeah, I'm music 24/7 basically, which is I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. Yeah.
Now, I was thinking about your career and whether or not you had gone off and done other things previously, and then there was right in the back of my mind, I remember receiving an EP.
Yep.
The early 2000s, 2001, I think it was, something called Sonic Animation.
Oh yeah, Sonic Animation. I guest vocaled for sort of like a dance act from Melbourne.
Yeah. That was the pacifier days when you guys moved to Australia.
That's right. Yeah. They just lived around the corner from me and said, come around, and I just sung on a track for them. I think it ended up on a version of some sort of CSI Miami thing.
Yeah.
And I got about $25 out of it. It's awesome.
Because I remember thinking at the time, okay, so he's off on a new trip. He's going to be doing something completely different here,
well,
but then sort of nothing more.
Yeah, I mean, like I actually, even way early on before Churn came out, I was in another band with Nigel Regan from Head Like a Hole and Tom, the drummer from Shihad, called SML, which came out on Wildside as well.
Yeah.
Which was totally different from both bands even then, and I really enjoyed doing that, and so this adults thing reminds me of that same sort of buzz. It was like music for the sake of music, and just fun and real, just learning.
Doesn't feel like cheating on the boys.
No, not at all. In fact, when I was a little bit nervous about telling them about it, but when I said I'm going to do this thing, they were like, excellent. And it was like, why are you so happy about that? And they were like,
because we're seeing other people as well.
No. Actually, it was. They said because so you can learn to not be such a control freak. Because apparently I'm a bit of a control freak. Well, actually, I actually do know that I am a bit of a control freak. So this was definitely when you're working with people like Shane Carter and Lady Six and Anika Moa, it's not about me dictating what the song's doing. It's more about, hey, I've got this idea for a melody. What do you guys think? Or and it's just like writing with other people.
But you did, and would it be accurate to say you didn't initially go into the project saying, "Here's my songs, can you just play on them"?
Yeah, that was originally the idea. But as soon as I worked with Julia Deans from Fur Patrol, or just Julia Deans now.
Yeah.
But we just went, that's all cool, but why don't we just try writing a song? And as soon as we did, I think it was a song called Every Day I Wake Up, it was like, this is so much more interesting to me than anything that would come out of my own mind, like it's like, I think music is about chemistry and what happens between, it's an interaction between people, so.
Yeah. How did you go about selecting who you wanted to be on the album?
I just made a big list, literally wrote it down and went, I like that person, that person, that person, that person, that person. And it was more like, I had to like what they did as musicians, but also I knew them as well.
Yeah.
They were friends. So, it was more
collected over the years.
I collected over the years, without a doubt. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 22 years in the industry, you definitely meet a lot of people, so.
Were a lot of these sort of relationships also down through the years where you've saying goodbye and you go, we must work together someday? Right.
No, not really. I mean, it was more just, I'll see you around.
Yeah.
And then I had this idea, and then it was like, I wonder if I send a message, will they, I didn't know what to expect. But everyone sort of unanimously came back and went, yeah, I'm not doing anything. let's do it, you know.
Did you all end up in the same place at the same time?
The closest to everyone being together at the same time is right after the album was finished. We went into the Lab studios up here in Auckland, and I got as many people as I possibly could who were on the record to learn how to play these songs live, and we just filmed it and recorded it live.
Wow.
And that was the most people I've had together. Apart from that, before that was a session with me, Shane, and Gary Sullivan on drums, and then Lady Six singing.
Yeah.
That was, yeah.
So it sounds like there's a DVD on the way, is it? Is that right?
But no, I just think it's probably going to be just stuck on the web so people can just have a look at it, you know, and it's, I'm really surprised considering we had one day's rehearsal how tidy it sounds. Like it's really, but mind you, they're all really good musicians, so, you know.
Is it almost recorded as live?
No, it's totally recorded as live. Yeah,
okay.
It is live. So
wow.
we had to rehearse, and but like I say, you know, these are people who have had many years in the industry, and we should be able to play now, you know.
Yeah, that's why we are the adults.
Yeah, exactly.
We're mature now, aren't we? As musicians in New Zealand.
Yeah.
We are world class.
Well, I think we have been for quite some time. It's more just a case of, I think, technology now enabling us to produce music that sounds as good as anything from anywhere.
Yeah.
I think, you know, I mean, Flying Nun was way ahead of the curve years back, I think, you know. And even before that, you know, there were great bands. It was just that whole, you had to go into a big studio to make a record, and you know, we were making it up as we went along. I think nowadays it's like people can make world-class stuff in their bedrooms, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, technology's enabled that.
Yeah. Tuki Tane played a very
Massive
big part in this.
Yeah.
What was he doing?
He was basically, he mixed the whole album. I worked with him when we did some demos for She Hard around Love Is the New Hate period. We didn't end up using him, but I knew right then, this guy is a total genius, and if ever I get a chance to work with him again, I'll do it. And so as soon as this project came up, it was like I called him straight away and went, "Are you up for it?" And he's like, "Totally up for it." He pretty much knew everybody who was involved as well, and he's just one of those ridiculously talented people, you know, who can. I mean, he's a great performer, but he's also a great engineer and a great live sound guy for Shapeshifter, and a guy who can produce, you know, and mix records as well. He happens to be a really good friend, and he's awesome to spend a lot of time with, you know, like we just spend most of the time laughing, you know.
Yeah, that's got to be good. That's got to be fun. You want to make the process fun, right?
Well, no, it is a fun process, but at the same time, you know, when he's sending me mixes, I'm going, that's as good as anything she have had mixed, you know, by big names in Canada or America.
And what does he add? Does he bring out a big sound?
Well, I mean, he's basically I think he's applying all the things he's learnt as, you know, like a live dub sound guy to organic instruments, and I think it was a real nice sort of chance for him to sort of prove that he could do that as well, you know. And so we've ended up with this really big sounding dubby organic New Zealand record, you know, and it's a really nice thing to listen to, you know.
Is this going to be the first in a series of
I would really like to be able to do this again. I have no idea if it would be the same people, if it would be different people, but I mean, just the whole collaboration thing for me was like, man, I mean, I've been writing music for 22 years, and you do it, you have periods where you go, I'm pretty sure I've played with all the notes and all the different beats, and what else is there to do? And then when you collaborate with people, you go, wow, there's a whole other world that I haven't even seen before. So it's really inspiring as an artist, you know. Like, so if I get another chance to do it, I would I'd totally be into it.
I'm glad you as an artist worry about that, because I'm not a musician, but I sometimes think, surely all the possible chord combinations have been done.
Yeah. Well, you'd think so, but honestly, there's stuff on this Adults record where I've just gone, why didn't I think of that before? You know? It's just really quite bizarre.
It must be an infinite possibility out there.
Well, yeah, I mean, even if you're using similar chord, you know, combinations, it's also about what you're singing about, It's people's life experiences. I mean, like Lady Six's lyrics on Nothing to Lose, or the song Please Wake Up, which is the last song on the record, which is probably my favourite song on the record, I mean, that's a really personal song, and that could only have been written by her, you know, and it's like, so it comes down to that. That's what changes, that's what makes music fresh again. It's like we live in a different world, you know, than we did 20 years ago, you know, with different experiences, you know.
Well, I think that's a perfect time to play your favourite track.
Yep, do it,
on
please,
the album.
yeah.
John Toogood, I hope you managed to get yourself grounded soon, or stay up there, whatever, either way.
Awesome.
Please Wake Up from the new album called The Adults, just The Adults, isn't
That's it.
And you guys will be on the road soon as well.
Through July, from July the 14th, the tour starts. It's going to be me, Julia and Shane. Yeah.
Awesome. Here it is. Thanks, John.
Awesome.